Imagine standing on the wooden deck of a merchant vessel in May 1718. The sea is dead calm, the wind has died, and you are stranded. Through the fog, a massive galleon emerges and raises its black flag. You know exactly what is coming next. The smell of burning match cords hits your nose, seconds before a broadside of 24-pounder solid iron cannons tears through your hull. Wood splinters the size of spears fly through the air as pirates prepare to swarm your deck with cutlasses. The terror of this era was built on a simple reality. You have no technological counter and no route for escape. Now, imagine shattering that 18th century silence with the roar of a 1,900 horsepower turbine engine. We are dropping a modern Apache helicopter into the Caribbean to see how it dismantles the most notorious pirate fleet in history. This hypothetical clash tests the specific vectors of range, geometry, and material science against the foundations of 18th century naval power. The Apache pilot doesn't need to get within visual range of Blackbeard's spyglasses. The gunship hovers over 2 miles away and 1,000 feet in the air. The gunner activates the Target Acquisition and Designation site. On this thermal imaging display, the pirate armada appears as massive heat signatures glowing bright white against the cold ocean. The gunner selects the Hellfire missiles. Traveling at Mach 1.3, these weapons ride a laser designation straight into the hull of the pirate flagship. The impact vaporizes the heavy oak timber below the waterline and ignites the ship's black powder magazine in a catastrophic, blinding blast. Modern sensor capabilities remove the visual limitations and fog of war that dictated early naval strategy. The pirates are engaged before they can even identify the source of the attack. As the surviving pirates scramble to man their archaic, slow-loading cannons, the Apache closes the distance and hovers at an altitude of 1,000 feet. Those 18th century naval cannons were restricted by their own engineering and mounting. They were designed to fire at a flat trajectory to punch holes in the sides of surface vessels. The heavy iron barrels physically cannot angle upwards high enough to aim at the sky. This diagram reveals a massive unprotected zone directly above the ship. The Apache exploits this geometric blind spot, raining down fire while the pirates can do nothing but watch. In asymmetric warfare, holding vertical positioning effectively neutralizes even the most overwhelming horizontal firepower. A pirate galleon relies on thick layers of oak meant to absorb the impact of solid iron cannonballs. The Apache counters this with the integrated helmet and display sighting system. The 30mm chain gun tracks exactly where the pilot's eye moves. Firing 625 rounds per minute, the helicopter targets remaining ships with high-explosive dual-purpose rounds. These rounds penetrate the wooden layers and detonate inside the hull. Every bullet acts like a grenade, turning the ship's own wooden structure into expanding shrapnel that shreds everything on deck. Modern material science doesn't just bypass archaic armor, it weaponizes the enemy's own defensive structures to clear the decks. To an 18th century pirate, a machine that flies without sails and makes a deafening mechanical roar is entirely alien. The sensory overload of 1,900 horsepower engines and supersonic missile contrails is something their brains have no framework to process. Faced with an incomprehensible force, the pirates would likely face mass surrender or mutiny before the Apache even needed to empty a single magazine. Psychological warfare scales with the technological gap, defeating the enemy in their minds long before their ships are sunk. Precision targeting and vertical superiority effectively bypass the reliance on brute force that once defined the Golden Age of Piracy. Subscribe to Heroes and Arsenals to keep exploring the intersection of history and military technology. Next time, we shift from hardware to a story of human bravery in a devastated forest. How did the World War I Lost Battalion survive for days while completely surrounded in the Argonne?